So before we start off with this video, I want to give a huge shout out to CD Projekt Red, the studio that made Cyberpunk and the studio that basically sent me this Cyberpunk Edge Runners ramen bowl. It's kind of funny that they sent me this while I'm reading Naruto. Good job, CD Projekt Red. But they sent me this, and I guess celebration for the new anime Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I heard it's a pretty good anime from the reception I've heard online, and I think that you guys should check it out. I want to check it out, but I don't know. I don't watch anime, but I'll try my best to check it out. But this is not an ad. They were nice enough to send this to me, and I just want to be nice enough to shout them out in this video because it's still dope to me that CD Projekt Red was thinking about me and sent me this. So I want to give a huge shout out to CD Projekt Red. What's up, you guys? Chase the Dark Sage here, and today we are back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be unboxing about $300 worth of manga. And I got some extra packages along with the manga, a very limited edition Blu-ray set. So I can't wait to unbox it. I can't wait to unbox it. But before we actually get into it, because I don't want to hold you guys up any longer, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and like the video if you haven't already. And don't forget to follow me on all my other social media platforms. All my links will be in the description down below. So, I'm ready to talk about some manga. I'm ready to look at some manga with you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now let's go ahead and start off with some of the first things I got in this whole manga haul. And it has to be from Half Price Books. Now, I usually go in there every now and then. I try to pop my head in there, see what good deals they might have or see what manga that they have that I might be missing. And the only 2 volumes I got from Half Price Books were Undead Unluck Volume 8 and Inuyasha Volume 1 of the Vizbig right here. Now the only reason I got these 2 volumes is because, well, Undead Unluck, I haven't really been reading it and this was half off, so I thought I might as well go ahead and get it. And Inuyasha, I never thought that I would pick up Inuyasha, and for half price, I thought I might as well go ahead and get it for $8.99 for a whole Vizbig for 3 volumes of Inuyasha. I thought I might as well go ahead and check it out. I do have a bad taste of it from the actual anime when I was growing up because I used to think it was super boring, but I don't think it was a bad anime. I just thought it was super boring and it was a lot of talking. I didn't really care. I will be checking out Inuyasha, the first 3 volumes, which are in the Vizbig, and if I like it, I'll keep going. If I don't, well, I'll just sell the volume. Alright guys, so now it's time for the next package, and this package comes from my boy Sue from my Discord, longtime friend, longtime supporter, and he had a nice little lick off of Mercari. I know a lot of people were jealous of this lick that he had, and he knows I'm a huge fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So he went ahead and asked me if I wanted some of these volumes that he didn't really need, so let's go ahead and check out the volumes that he actually got me. We have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 Stardust Crusaders Volume 3 and Volume 10 of Part 3 Stardust Crusaders. Now you guys know that the singles are out of print. I've been collecting the singles for a little while now, and honestly I have been very lazy with trying to collect this set right here, and I don't know why, because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of my favorite series of all time. So for me to actually be getting these 2 volumes, it's lighting a fire under my behind to actually go and collect the rest of this set because I need it. It's not that long. I think I have them like right behind me. I think, where are they at? They're over there. They're right there. So I need to go ahead and just put these bad boys right there, right next to it. And I hate the fact that it's right there because this is supposed to be like a completed part of the shelf. And the fact that I gotta start moving stuff along, it's just gonna hinder everything. Now let's go ahead and get into the first Right Stuff package right here. And this is not manga, but this is something I really wanted to show you guys, and I really wanted. When they first announced it, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get it, but after I saw it released in stock, I saw that paying for it. I was like, all right, your boy gotta do it, your boy gotta get it. And what I had to get was this Dragon Ball Super Universal Power Steelbook set. Now this goes all the way from Dragon Ball Super from the beginning all the way to the end of what's animated so far, which is the end of the Tournament of Power. And man, in person, this looks much better. I saw the images online and I was like, you know, that looks cool and all, but seeing it in person, oh, I'm so happy to have this. And you know, I love Dragon Ball Super. I love Dragon Ball Z. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time, so I had to get this steelbook set right here. Honestly, this casing is dope. The steelbooks are dope. I'm happy with what I got. All right. Look, I know you guys want to see the manga. Here's the manga box right here. Let's go ahead into unboxing this puppy. Let's go ahead and get into this unboxing from Right Stuff. I believe this was about $246. And if you want to see me actually shopping for the contents that's in this box, go ahead to my second channel, Read the Dark Sage, where I actually uploaded the Twitch stream where I was shopping. I'll link it down in the description down below. But let's go ahead and look and see what's in this box. I forgot what I ordered because, well,
I just have a horrible memory.
So let's go ahead and see, and let me be well surprised. First volume we got is Destiny Lovers Volume 7, Destiny Lovers Volume 5, and Destiny Lovers Volume 6. Now with those last 3 volumes right there, I actually got the full set of Destiny Lovers. I've been told Destiny Lovers is not that good, but I do like World's End Harem type of nasty man series, so I did want to check it out. I wanted to form my own opinion, and I believe they said like there's a further story that goes along just like in World's End Harem, but I wanted to check out Destiny Lovers because the first volume intrigued me so much and made me want to read it so much. And when it came to these nasty man series, and I've learned from World's End Harem, from actually buying the volumes as they came out, I want to just buy them all and binge them all at one time. I'm that type of reader. I like to binge the whole series. I like to get the whole series, then I like to binge it all. That way I don't have to wait for another volume. I don't have to wait for another volume to come in stock. So now that I got all the volumes with those last 3 volumes, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna give you guys my opinions. But this is the thing, right, guys? Let me go ahead and talk to you real quick. I want to give you my opinion on some of these nasty man series, but just like when I review a regular series, I want to give you guys some B-roll. So I had this video idea coming up, right? But I made this exclusive to my Patreon pledgers. And I think that it's a dope idea. In fact, let me go ahead and show you instead of telling you. Editor, roll the clip. Now, like I said, this is going to be a Dark Sage quickie, meaning I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts and overview of this volume right here. And honestly, the artwork is there. The artwork is really there. Trust me, there's a good amount of artwork. There's a good amount of juicy artwork at that. There are some color pages, which I was very surprised to see. You know, my boy Cass said that there's a good amount of color pages. And honestly, he wasn't lying when he said that because I was astonished at how many color pages were actually in this volume. All right, guys, so basically you can see right there, I was actually reviewing a Nasty Bear series on my Patreon. So if you want the type of exclusive content where you can see some of that stuff uncensored, the Nasty Man manga stuff uncensored, go ahead, pledge to the Patreon. The lowest tier is $1. I think the highest tier is like $10 to $20. So go ahead, if you want to support your boy, go ahead, do that. I got more content coming where I get to review some Nasty Man manga series and actually show you some panels uncensored. So yeah, let's go ahead and get back into this manga haul right here. We got Spy Family Volume 8, and Spy Family is a series that I haven't read in a while. I believe the last volume I've read, actually, I don't know if I read the content in this volume. When I was reading Spy Family, I read way past what was in the volume. So I actually might have read this content, but I need to get back on Spy Family. I believe I'm missing about maybe a year's worth of chapters. I stopped reading last year and I just wanted to get more chapters because I just hate reading stuff week to week because I just forget way too much stuff. And at the time I was reading Spy Family, it was very episodic at that time. So I don't know what's happening in Spy Family now. I need to get back to reading it on the Shonen Jump app. Spy Family Volume 8. I probably read the contents in that volume, but if not, I'll read it. Spy Family isn't a quick read, I'll say that, but after reading Naruto, anything else seems like a quick read because Naruto was so wordy. Oh my god. So I become like a speed reader, like a speed demon. I just been going across the pages and I'm gonna just continue with the manga volume haul. I'm sorry. We got Black Clover Volume 30. Do I really need to say anything about Black Clover? It's peak shonen. You guys know I love Black Clover. I recently stopped because I recently caught up to Black Clover. I haven't been reading this new arc that's came out, but I heard that it's pretty good. But that last arc was pretty good too. So I'm hyped to see what's happening in this newest arc. I'm so sorry for the anime only fans, but you guys need to pick up Black Clover if you haven't already. If you like shonen action series, Black Clover is it for you. Trust me. We got JJK Volume 17, Mashal Volume 8, which can I say that I really like the color of this volume? Kaiju number 8, Volume 3. Please put the Mon Takamine-san Volume 4. Now, I have not read Volume 3. And I reviewed Volume 1 on the channel, but I think I need to revisit this series for the Patreon only members and give you guys a little quick peek of what's actually inside these volumes, because ooh, these volumes, they spicy, all right. they nasty, all right. But I will say that I enjoyed Volume 1, I enjoyed Volume 2. I haven't read Volume 3 yet, and Volume 4 is definitely on the rise. But why do I see feet on that back of that cover? What's up with the feet fetish in anime, man? Come on, man. I mean, I don't knock anybody that's into it. I'm not into it. But what's up with the feet thing in anime? That's just not me. That's just not me. We got Sakamoto Days Volume 3, and I've already read the content that's in this volume. I believe I'm like in the 30s when it comes to actually reading the chapters for Sakamoto Days. I actually stopped because I was reading that weekly at one point, but now I need to go ahead and catch back up because I heard that it's still good even a year later. So I definitely need to check it out. And look at what we have here. Ooh, you know I gotta put that little demonetization thing up because Witches of Artemis Volume 2. Thank you, Cass, for going ahead and recommending me this series because if you guys know, I reviewed this on Patreon. That was the exclusive clip that I was talking about. I reviewed the first volume on Patreon, so to have Volume 2 right here and ready for me to read, oh, I'm about to devour this bad boy tonight. Oh, I'm about to have some fun tonight. Wait. Nani? Yeah, wait, no. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, I'm about to have some fun tonight. I don't care what you guys think. I'm about to have some fun tonight reading this bad boy. After I read some Naruto, of course. But, ooh, Volume 1? That's nasty. Volume 2? This might have to be a Sage quickie. I don't know. You guys let me know. We got volume 3 of Dead Man Wonderland, and this is a series that has slowly been coming in stock here and there, and I've been slowly collecting it here and there. And I'm not too hyped on buying the whole series. I'm very patient because I know these volumes are very hard to get as of right now. I don't know if it's out of print or if it's just severely out of stock. Either way, I'm not paying over $10 to $15 for a volume of Dead Man Wonderland. I got a good amount right here, but I'm not paying that much when it comes to this series. We also got the Attack on Titan Season 1 Part 2 box set, which has volumes 5 through 8 right here. And this is the last box set I needed to actually be up to date with my Attack on Titan box sets. Now, I'm gonna be very pissed if Kodansha comes out with like a Viz Media-like box set, or it comes out with a box set for the whole series with all the volumes in there. Oh, I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be so mad because I bet you it'll look better than what these little manga volume mini box sets happening right here. I know it would look better if they did that, but then again, Kodansha, I don't think they'll do that for Attack on Titan. I don't know why, but I just feel like they wouldn't do that. But either way, that's the last box set I needed. I need the other box set that's coming out, the actual final season Part 2 box set. I just hate the fact that the final season is split up into 2 parts, but then again, all the other seasons are split up into 2 parts except for season 2 because season 2 was shorter than the rest of them. But either way, I'm just rambling now. Let's go ahead and get back to the manga haul. We got volume 10 of Blood on the Tracks and volume 11 right here. Can I tell you guys a secret? I am angry at Shujo Oshimi. And you're probably wondering, Sage, why? I thought you were loving Blood on the Tracks. I thought you and your girlfriend were reading it together. We are. And the worst part about reading it together is that when we get a volume, because, you know, we're up to date now, but when we get a volume, we read it in about 30 minutes, and then that's it. We have to wait months for the next volume. Oh my God. You can tell me, oh, go ahead, Sage, you read the scans. I don't do that illegal-ish. I don't do none of that stuff. I read the official thing and I buy the official thing. Now, for you people that do it, I don't care what you do. I just implore you to actually support the creators, the artists, the people that go into actually making these manga volumes. But I don't do that because sometimes the translations be off or you see a lot of oi, 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 ois. I don't want to see that. I'm sorry. No. I'll wait for the official translation. And with Shujo Oshimi's Blood on the Tracks, oh my gosh, it's not wordy enough. And I never thought I'd complain about this. I get done with a volume in like 20 minutes. It's basically like a picture book. I might as well start coloring in that bad boy. That's my little rant for Blood on the Tracks. Overall, I do enjoy it. Me and my girl think that the story is really ramping up in the series. And it's actually a manga series that we're bonding over and we get to talk about with each other. And every time she reads it and I'm reading another series, she's like, have you read it? Have you read it? Have you read it? And I'm just like, no, girl, chill. You see me reading this peak in my hand. And usually, you know, since it's my volumes, it's gonna be peak either way, whatever I'm reading, so. Let's go ahead and get into the next volume that I got, which is Pluto, Volume 1 by Urasawa x Tezuko. Now, I know that this series has to play into the villain of Astro Boy. I'm not a big fan of Astro Boy, but I heard that this is like a very serious take on how the villain is who he is in Astro Boy. And I heard that Urasawa is a huge fan of Astro Boy, especially coming up. I would assume most mangaka are, since Astro Boy was a very legendary slash very old manga slash anime series within that time. But Urasawa is someone who created the series Monster, and since I couldn't get that, and I really wanted that, I just settled for something else from Urasawa. And my boy Matt was getting on me. He was telling me to get it. He said that it was good. I need to get it. The only thing that I was worried about when getting into that series is that, one, I really don't have an interest in Astro Boy, and two, is it wordy? And wordy to me, guys, let me go ahead and explain this to you right now. Wordy isn't a bad thing when the dialogue or the exposition is actually interesting. But if it's just wordy just to say big words and they just talking nonsense, I'm gonna check out. I really don't care about that stuff. If it's not exploring things that I'm really interested in, I'm gonna check out. Especially when you look at a page where you just see a whole bunch of words and you haven't even started reading it. Oh, that puts me in snoozeville. That puts me in a snooze fest because I'm gonna be asleep. So yeah, Urasawa's Pluto Volume 1. I hope I enjoy it. It's a very short series. I heard it's really, really good, but also, I gotta form my own opinion. And if it's not good to me, I'm gonna let you guys know. We also got My Dress Up Darling Volume 5, and you guys know I've been advocating for My Dress Up Darling since last year, before the anime came out. I've been telling you guys it's a Nasty Man series, but this is one of the most tame Nasty Man series I've ever bought. This series feels so wholesome at times, and the fact that they had this classic rap, and out of the 4 volumes I've read, there's only been 1 nude scene. I don't know why this is wrapped. I don't know why this has a parental advisory. I literally feel like the etchiness of this manga series is there just to be there. It doesn't actually enhance the experience of My Dress Up Darling. I don't really care for the nasty aspect, but this is a Nasty Man series because 1, it's wrapped, 2, it has a parental advisory, and I assume there's gonna be some nasty in that. But I do have 2.5 dimensional seduction, which I heard is the Nasty Man version of this. So I do need to do a Sage Quickie on that as well on the Patreon, so we'll see how my thoughts are on 2.5 Dimensional Seduction and My Dress Up Darling Volume 5 after not reading it for like a whole year. These volume releases are super slow. Like, Volume 5 is out, and I reviewed Volume 1 through 4 last year. I want you guys to think about that. But that was my rant for today. Let me go ahead and get into the last few volumes of this Right Stuff haul. Volume 4 of Goodnight Pun Pun, Volume 5 of Goodnight Pun Pun, and Volume 6 of Goodnight Pun Pun. If only I had the last volume of Goodnight Pun Pun, because that's all I need to complete the set right here. Is there any way I could get the last volume? I prepared for this. I already knew I was gonna get all the Pun Pun in this haul. So I went to Amazon, I saw the last volume in stock, and guess what I did? Oh, I got Volume 7 of Pun Pun, the last volume of Goodnight Pun Pun, and finally I can go ahead and binge the rest of the series. I'm trying to read this and Naruto all at the same time, and Pun Pun has been a series where I've only read 2 volumes, but the 2 volumes hooked me well enough to get the rest of the series because I want to see how Pun Pun's story ends, and so I'm just very curious to see where this all goes. I heard some very effed up stuff happens in these later volumes, and this is the stuff that's going to really depress me, so if you don't hear from me in a few months, then you know why. And here goes the last box that I have from this whole manga haul. And one of my most hyped series is actually in this. This is the series I was most hyped for this year. And I'm glad that they actually started printing it. Viz, shout out to y'all because you guys are making my dreams come true with some of these series. And the series that I'm talking about, which, oh yeah, I forgot. I did order a few steelbooks from Amazon and they came in with this package, which I don't really like that they came with this package, but I'm not going to complain about it. Here are the steelbooks I'm talking about: Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Spider-Man No Way Home. If you guys don't know, I'm a steelbook collector, so you know I gotta add that to collection. But this is the series I was most hyped for. And I was a bit jealous. Let me go ahead and open up to you guys real quick. I was a bit jealous when I saw a certain manga tuber, HVL, who hasn't even read part 4. HVL had this in one of her stories and she was talking about it and she got me so hyped to get this that I just went ahead on Amazon. I just ordered that bad boy because I was like, I need this volume in my collection. You guys know I'm a huge fan of this series. We even talked about some of the volumes earlier, and we have Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe. Now you guys know I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I just gotta say, Viz, thank you for making this a hardcover and making this the same size as these JoJo's Bizarre Adventure volumes. Because if y'all didn't, oh, I would have had some problems with somebody. I definitely would have had some problems with somebody. But we don't have to worry about that. The second volume of Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe is coming out in December, I believe. So that's a very quick turnaround because I need Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe in my life. And if you guys want to check this series out, I definitely will recommend you go on Netflix and watch it. It's like a 6-episode OVA type thing. And it's very fun. It's very cool. It's very stylistic. It's very JoJo-esque. So go ahead, check out Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe. This is a series I was very hyped for. I definitely love the OVA of it on Netflix. So yeah, I'm just glad that I was able to get this. And this back cover is just so hard. Oh my gosh, this is true art. I need to buy another volume just to put it in the JoJo shrine right there. Cause put it right there. Look, that's peak right there, man. That's peak. You can't tell me that's not peak. Okay, so look, this is technically future/present chase, but I had to interrupt this video because at the time of me recording this video and editing this video, in fact, I'm not done with the actual editing process. Most of it's done, but I'm not done with the whole thing. I actually went to 2 half-price books this morning because I was on my way to drop my girl off at the airport, and you know, back on my way home, I was passing 2 half-price books. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead, stop in there and peruse, and I spent about $100 more on this manga series right here. So let me go ahead and show you what I got from Half Price Books. Volume 2 of Shaman King, Volume 9 of Shaman King, Volume 10 of Shaman King, Volume 13 of Shaman King, Volume 18, and ooh, I kind of like this purple that I got going on the cover right now. Volume 19, Volume 21, Volume 23, Volume 24, Volume 25, Volume 27, and Volume 28. Now with that right there, I have most of the Shaman King singles, but the thing is, when I was at Half Price Books, I saw some more Shaman King singles that I didn't have, but they had them behind that little clear glass case, and you know if it's behind there, either it involves or has some 18+ mature content in it, or it's a little bit more than the actual retail price of the manga when it was selling while it was out. So obviously I couldn't do it then because just buying these volumes right here was like $100, and I didn't need to be spending more money this month on manga, but I do have to show you guys one more thing besides this fresh cut because, you know, since the last portion of this video, I had to do rag on because, you know, I wasn't looking so fresh. But with this fresh cut right here, I know. Hey, don't look too long. You might get seasick. But I do have one more thing I need to show you guys that I saw when I actually came back home that was in front of my front door. And I'm talking about this puppy right here. Nani? You can see how big this box is just from me lifting it and putting it like right on pause. But you see how big this box is just from like this. I'm sorry for the mailman that had to deliver this to my front door. But yeah, this right here is a $400. Well, it went for like $200 something on AmiAmi, but I paid like $150 worth of shipping. But this is basically a $400 figure right here, and this is from Naruto. So you already know it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be fire. But if you do want to see it, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I will be unboxing and reviewing this bad boy on the channel. Shout out to my boy Shelnis because he's the one that made me want to get this figure, because all I ever do sometimes in my downtime is look at some of his statue unboxing review videos, and I just get envious because I'm like, ooh, he got that, I want that too. I sometimes be asking him if I could borrow the statues. He still hasn't replied to any of my DMs, but that's all right because this right here, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna get the Shelnis approval on this one. I'm gonna ask him if I get the approval on this one. But yeah, let's go back to past Chase because right now Chase is just way too happy. So Sage, roll the clip back. But that's about it for the manga haul. Let me know what you guys think about this haul down below. Let me know what your favorite thing is that I picked up. And let me know what you guys have been picking up as well, or what you guys have been reading. Like I said, thank you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel, you haven't already, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, post notification bell, like the video. And I gotta give a huge shout out to the Patreon pledgers for going ahead and financially supporting the channel. I gotta say, I highly appreciate what you guys are doing for me, financially donating on Patreon. And I gotta give a huge shout out to the YouTube members for also financially donating on the YouTube side of things as well. Big shout out to Broke Boy Gang. And as usual, we gotta give a few shameless plugs. Like I said earlier, go ahead, sub to the Patreon if you want those Sage quickies or those Dark Sage quickies, where I just talk about Nasty Man series, and I talk about them uncensored, like I showed the panels uncensored, and I don't have to worry about copyright being an issue on Patreon. So go ahead, check out the Patreon if you want content like that. But yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching. I got a lot of manga to shelve, and I'm not excited for that. Thank you guys for watching. Dark Sage out. Peace.